The Dynamic No Fins workshop was held at the Harold Holt Memorial Swimming Centre in the Melbourne suburb of Glen Iris. There were only 8 students in the course, and our instructor was the current Dynamic No Fins world champion Zhang Yi, who gained his pool total in 2023 for the distance of 220 metres.
For anyone not familiar with the terminology, Dynamic No Fins is a freediving competition discipline in which divers compete to see who can swim furthest and longest underwater without using fins. It's also used in open water competitions where divers see how deep they can dive without fins.
I had no interest in competition. I just liked to use it as part of my training and for fun diving in the shallows. And this was a great opportunity to learn from the best in the world. I can't give away details of the course. Generally, we learned how to improve our technique and get the most out of our strokes, kicks and turns. I thought I had a pretty decent technique with Dynamic No Fin swimming, but what I learned from Zhang Yi showed that nearly everything I thought I knew to be a misconception.
A misconception? I'll have to ask him about that when he gets back. Meanwhile, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give us a like, hit subscriptions, turn on notifications so you don't miss our next adventure. Let's get back to the workshop.
Having learnt new techniques, we students now had to see how far we could swim with them. I wasn't as good as I hoped to be, covering only 25 metres with about 12 strokes, way too many to be efficient. My old 3mm steamer was filling up with water and acting as a brake. But it was poor technique that held me back. Plus I was doing something I'd only just learned that day and still wasn't very good at.
Oh, here's David.
Oh, that was an experience.
Yeah. So, David, what did you mean by everything you knew, everything you thought you knew was a misconception?
For a long time I believed that the best way to swim underwater without fins was to go as fast as possible, as far as possible, before you run out of air. But if we look at Zhang Yi's example, you can say that that's like burning the candle at both ends. The faster you go, the more energy you burn. The more energy you burn, the more oxygen you use. The more oxygen you use, the shorter distance you travel. So the trick is really to relax and try to make the stroke as efficient as possible, so that you get as much distance as possible out of every stroke with the least amount of effort. Now my problem is really that I'm not getting enough glide out of my strokes. And that's probably because of technique or something. My technique isn't really perfect yet, but it's something I'm going to have to work on.
Yeah. So how did you feel about being in the workshop?
Well, it was a fantastic learning experience. I mean, I was obviously the oldest person in the workshop and the only one Asian, but I never felt out of place. We were all really just there to learn something we didn't know and probably thought we did.
So we're never too old to learn new tricks.
Never.
So that's all from us for now. Keep an eye out for our next adventure. Bye.
Bye.
Old and bold and old, you are just as good as gold. Don't let the numbers stuff you round. Take a big breath and dive on down.